Take two.
This is Stephen, the Disney Drago Robinson. You're watching the one and only Sport Icon. Bow!
Okay, so I've been seeing a lot of comments in the comment section of the previous couple of videos that I've done today, which is Deontay Wilder versus Oleksandr Usyk. Now, of course, Deontay Wilder, he's over there in Saudi Arabia currently to watch the Jake Paul-Tommy Fury fight. And Shelley Finkel done a recent interview. I think it was with TalkSport, I forget. Anyway, and he mentioned a potential fight with Oleksandr Usyk if Usyk and Fury does not happen. Of course, he did mention a potential fourth Tyson Fury fight. Now, we'll cover that in another video, but on this one, I'll talk about Wilder and Usyk versus Wilder, how it should be. Now, I don't want to burst a bubble for anybody, especially some Deontay Wilder fans who would really, really love that fight. Now, I would like to see that fight. I would. And if that fight happened, if Fury and Usyk fight doesn't happen, which I'll be very disappointed for, yes, of course, I would love to see Usyk versus Wilder, but it's not going to happen. And the reason it's not going to happen is because Usyk is a unified heavyweight world champion, and he's got back-to-back-to-back mandatories. He's got 3 mandatories. The only reason that he's not fighting one now, currently, is because he could be unifying against Tyson Fury. That's the only reason why. Now, if the Fury fight falls apart, Usyk has to fight Daniel Dubois next. If he gets through Dubois, then it's Filip Herkovic for the IBF. If he gets past Filip Herkovic, then it's Joe Joyce for the WBO. So WBA is up next with Daniel Dubois. That's the order of things. Now, yes, of course, he could still fight Wilder, of course, but he's going to have to vacate those belts. Those 3 belts, he's going to have to vacate. So he can fight Wilder, but it'll be for the Ring Magazine and the IBO. Doesn't really have the same kind of pull, does it? But it could happen, and maybe the Saudis would be interested in that fight. And to be honest with you, I think the only way that fight could really happen is if they work with Matchroom. Matchroom have a very good relationship with the Saudis, where both guys can get paid handsomely. Put it on anywhere else in the world, listen, I'm sure they get paid well, but it won't be even close to what the Saudis can get. And ultimately, Usyk, he's going to want big paydays, and Wilder's going to want big paydays. Both of them, they're not too far from the finish line of their careers. Not that Usyk needs to, not because he's getting on in age, but because he said that 3 fights maybe, and then he's out. So he's going to want to make these last few fights, the last couple of fights, however many, count. And it's going to have to be financially worth it. Of course it is. So that's my thoughts on this whole situation. I don't want to put people in a place where they go, oh, potentially Usyk Wilder, that would be great. Wilder will get a world title shot. He won't get a world title shot unless it's for the Ring Magazine. He won't get a world title shot unless he wants to go fight down Dubois or Filip Herkovic or Joe Joyce and nick one of their positions. That's the only way he can do it. So other than that, not a chance that he's going to be fighting Oleksandr Usyk unless Usyk vacates all the belts. Is he likely to do that? I don't know, to be honest, but unlikely. Either way, if the fight does happen, it won't be for a world title. Drop your thoughts below, click thumbs up, subscribe. Catch you next video.